Welcome to our lesson on knowing when to regroup and when not to regroup. I understand when I should regroup and when I don't need to regroup. Our success criteria is I can add two-digit numbers. I know that if there are 10 or more ones, I need to regroup those ones for a 10. I know that if there are 9 or less ones, I don't need to regroup. So let's take a look at our first question. 26 plus 41. Well, when I look at the ones column, I know that there is a 6 and a 1. So I'm going to add the ones column first. So 6 plus 1 is 7. And then I'm going to add the tens column. 2 plus 4 is 6. I know my answer is 67. Let's break those numbers down so you can see what they look like. 26 has 2 tens and 6 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 41 has 4 tens, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 1. Are there 10 ones? No, there's only 7 ones. We can't regroup 7 to a 10. We know that we don't need to regroup in this question. Let's try another one. 37 plus 27. Let's start with the ones column. What's 7 plus 7? Is it 10 or more? Yes, it's 14. So we know we need to regroup. So I am going to write the 1 right up in the tens column because if we write 14 in expanded form, it's 10 plus 4. We know that there's 1 10. So 1 at the top and 4 at the bottom. Now we need to add the tens column. 3 plus 2 plus 1 is 6. 64. Let's break those numbers down and see what regrouping looks like. 37 is 3 tens, 1, 2, 3, and 7 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 27 has 2 tens, 1, 2, and 7 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I grouped my ones in rows of 5, so it's easy for me to see 10. I know that there's 10 right up here, and we don't need to have a group of 10 ones when we can just make a 10. So now we have 6 tens and 4 ones. We know we have to regroup. When you look at your slide assignment today, you're going to see a slide that looks like this. Can you figure out which question you need to regroup? Show your work in both questions. Let's start with the first one. We always start in the ones column. What's 4 plus 3? 7. There's a text box in every little box. Now we go to the tens column. 6 plus 2. 8. Is 4 plus 3 10 or more? No. So we know we don't have to regroup. Let's look at the second question. 9 plus 7. We know 9 plus 7 is 16. Is that 10 or more? Yeah. So we're going to put the 1 above the tens because that's in the tens column of 16, and the 6 goes in the ones column. Now we have to add 5 plus 1 is 7. So we know we had to regroup in the second question. Let's take a look at our very last question of the slides. It's a word problem. So yesterday I was walking in my garden and I saw 67 blue flowers. Today I went back outside to enjoy the weather. I counted 25 yellow flowers. How many flowers do I have growing in my garden? Use pictures, numbers, and words to show your thinking. I have provided 10 blocks to use for your pictures. There are text boxes in the numbers. There's a text box for the words, and there's a place for your pictures. I want you to take on the challenge and show me what you know.